check, sound check.
So let's formally start the procurement
Okay. Baksek, please introduce the members of the BAC and determine if there is a quorum.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. This morning, we'll have the pre-bid conference for civil works projects. Before we start, let us acknowledge the presence of the Visayan ORS Committee, our chairperson and presider for this activity, Engineer Glenn Dairit, and the absence of our chairperson. Together with the members, Architect Tito Camosa, Engineer Valito Lindu, and Engineer Stephanie Mimberge. We are now in quorum, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Baksek, also please acknowledge the presence of everybody in here, including the observers and everybody in our social media platforms.
We acknowledge the members of the BAC Secretariat and staff, the technical working group members, together with the head, Mr. Jesse Laboca, and also we have presenters for the planning. We acknowledge the observers for our resident auditor, Attorney John Dave Macatol. Likewise, we sent invitation through email to Mr. Andres Visayan Jr., Regional Coordinator and Observer from Crimes and Corruption Watch International Incorporated, and California, to Mr. Carlo Batalla, the Chairman President of Crimes and Corruption Watch. Also to Engineer Michael Salardar, President of Davao del Norte Combal Constructors Association and the President of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce. For the online viewers, including prospective bidders watching us right now via live streaming, on our official YouTube channel, DPWH Davao del Norte DEO Procurement LS. Please join and stay with us. Don't forget to click subscribe. Once again, good day and good morning. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The procurement activity this morning is a pre-bid conference for civil works projects under invitation to bid number 2024-017. Then the other one is IB number 2025-08. The agenda are brief presentation, explanation of contracts, questions, comments from bidders, and replies of BAC and other representatives of procuring entity, other matters, summary of proceedings, including supplemental bid bulletins to be used. Baksek, are there any comments from our viewers? Okay, so is there any? Okay. Yes. So we have the brief presentation, explanation of contracts. So we'll present this. So, okay, proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. For 24 LC 0100, construction of multi-purpose building, Gymnasium, Victorios Home, Visayan Village, Tagum City, Davao del Norte. With a brief description of construction of multi-purpose building, Gymnasium, with an ABC of 4,825,000, source of fund, FY24 GAA UA, with a contract duration of 120 calendar days. For the scope of works, construction of 5-bay gymnasium with a dimension of 16 by 30 meters, application of rubberized paint and surface preparation for the existing pavement, complete painting works for the masonry, concrete, and steel, complete electrical works, with electronic scoreboard, solar street lights, and public address system, with removal of obstructions and with recognition plate. So this is the perspective of our proposed project. The geotag photos, pictures sa site, the sample sa electronic basketball scoreboard na installed dito and the sample of our recognition plate, the proof of ownership, and that's all for 24 LC 0100.
Let's proceed. Next contract item.
Good morning, everyone. For the contract ID number 25LC0036, construction completion of multipurpose building, Tagum City, Davao del Norte. A brief description: construction completion of 11 multipurpose buildings. So instead of 10, we'll have 11 multipurpose buildings. An ABC 11 multipurpose buildings. An ABC of 5,544,000 under FY 2025 NEP BIP and a contract duration of 120 calendar days. So first we have Barangay Apokon. So sa Barangay Apokon is natay duha ka projects. So ang first is location niya is Purok 3C Sabina Homes, Apokon. This is a covered court gym. So we'll have repainting of steel sa 3 units of 3-hinge arc, rubberized paint with surface preparation. Sa portion only na walay paint, napunta electronic basketball scoreboard and installation of gutter and downspout. So these are the geotag photos sa itong first nga MPB. In the Barangay Apokon gihapon, so we have the second location sa New City Hall. This is the Comelec building. So atong i-complete na lang diri is styling work sa second floor only and magbutang po dahil tag recognition plate. So these are the geotag photos. Second na itong apaan is Barangay Isla Filipina. So ang type sa itong building is Barangay Hall. So we'll have repainting of masonry and wood, including na to mga office extension and the toilet. So this kani siya nga repainting is inside or out. We will have also ceiling work sa eaves only sa extension nga toilet, signages and logo, and recognition plate. So these are the geotag photos. So third barangay is ang Barangay Madaom. So this is a barangay hall. We'll have repainting of masonry and wood, include na to ang dirty kitchen na extension. So exterior and interior pud na siya nga repainting. Replacing of glass windows sa exterior only. So naay part sa building na wala pa siya na ang window niya is dili pa glass. So ato siya i-replace sa glass. Tapos for dirty kitchen extension, magbutang tag ceiling works and windows and doors. Naputay logo and recognition plate. So these are the geotag photos. So kanang naka-red nga box is muna siya ang atong replace og glass windows. Fourth barangay is ang Barangay Madaom. So ang ato ang building ani kay Barangay Hall extension lang siya. So mag-repaint lang ta sa masonry ang wood sa interior exterior and repainting po sa steel sa stair railings. So kana siya ang atong building extension lang siya sa Barangay Hall. Fifth barangay is ang Barangay Magugpo North. So, ang type sa itong building is Barangay Hall. So, we'll have repainting of masonry and wood sa exterior and interior. Tiling works sa stairs o portion sa second floor. Signages and logo and recognition plate. So, muna siya ang geotag photos. Ang 6 nga barangay hall na to is ang Barangay Magugpo Poblasyon. So, natay duha ka MPB ani. Ang first is ang gym with office. So, we'll have repainting of masonry sa gym nga pedestal and office exterior only. Repainting of steel sa 3 units of 3-inch arc. Complete tiling work sa office sa ground floor only. Installation of gutter and downspout and recognition plate. So, muna siya ang geotag photos. Ikadwa na itong MPB sa Barangay Magugpo Poblasyon is ang health center. So, ang ato lang ibutangan is complete tiling work sa first floor at sa second floor. So, muna siya ang geotag photo. Ka-6 na to na barangay is Barangay Magugpo. Balik na dito. Next. Akan. So, next na to is ang Barangay Magugpo South. So, ang type sa itong building is Barangay Hall. So, mag-repainting lang ta sa masonry and woods, exterior and interior. Gihapon na siya. Signages and logo and recognition plate. So, mani siya ang geotag photo sa Barangay Hall sa Magugpo South. Ka-8 na to nga barangay is Barangay Magugpo West. And type sa itong building is Barangay Hall. So, mag-repainting ta sa of masonry, exterior only, and recognition plate. So, muna siya ang ato ang MPB sa Magugpo West. And last na to nga barangay is ang Barangay Pagsabangan. So, ang type sa itong MPB ani is Barangay Hall. Ang mag-repainting ta sa masonry and wood, exterior and interior, signages and logo, and recognition plate. And these are the geotag photos. Muna siya ang sample na to sa recognition plate. And that would be all. Thank you.
Okay, is back members any queries, clarifications? Okay, so let's proceed to next contract ID, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. For 25 LC 0037, construction completion of multipurpose building, Asuncion, Davao del Norte, with a brief description of construction completion of 8 multipurpose buildings with an ABC of 2,376,000, source of fund, FY25 net BIP, with a contract duration of 120 calendar days. For the scope of works, completion of 8 multipurpose buildings. For first is at the Barangay Sunlon Asuncion, Barangay Hall ang atong ikuan dito ang multipurpose building. Painting works of masonry, concrete, interior and exterior. Tiling works at the session hall and Barangay Captain's office only, with signages and logos and with recognition plate. Na siya ang geotag photo sa Sunlon Asuncion. Next, at the Barangay Kamansa Asuncion, same gihapon at Barangay Hall. Repainting of masonry, concrete, exterior only. Replacement of water closet at the second floor and with recognition plate. The geotag photos at Kamansa Asuncion. Third is at the Barangay Binansian, Asuncion. Same, Barangay Hall, gihapon ang multipurpose building na i-complete dito So, tiling works at Session Hall and Barangay Captain's Office only and with signages and logos. The geotag photos for the Binansian, Asuncion. Fourth is at the Barangay Sagayin, Asuncion. Gymnasium is a multipurpose building, particularly at the Sitio Kawayan. So, painting works for the existing pedestals and bleachers. Electrical works, service entrance only and with recognition plate. So, the geotag photos at the Barangay Sitio Kawayan, Sagayin, Asuncion. Fifth is the Barangay New Luon, Asuncion. Gymnasium, replacement of ceiling sa ilang existing na stage, painting works sa existing pedestals and ceiling, and with recognition plate. So, geotag photos at Barangay New Luon, Asuncion. 6, at the Barangay Buan, Asuncion, same gihapon, gymnasium, painting works sa existing pedestals as a 3-hinge arc, and with recognition plate. The geotag photos at the Barangay Barangay Buan, Asuncion. 7th, at the Barangay Concepcion, Asuncion, ang ilang MPB dito is gymnasium, electrical works, and installation of electronic basketball scoreboard. So, wala na ko nagbutag recognition plate since nag-complete ani nga project ang province. Lastly, at the Barangay Santa Filomena, Asuncion, gymnasium, electrical works, and painting of the existing pedestals. So, wala na po ko nagbutag recognition plate diri kay kani nga project is sa province ni siya nga gym. Sample of our recognition plate na magbutan na ta sa 5 ka barangay. And sa electronic basketball scoreboard, isa sa 1 barangay lang po ito butangan. And that would be all for 25 LC 0037.
Any queries from board members, clarifications? Okay, none. So, thank you. Proceed to another contact ID, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Morning, everyone. For number 3, construction, completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall, New Corella, Davao del Norte. With a brief description, completion of 6 multipurpose buildings, specifically Barangay Halls, with an ABC of 2,277,000. The source of fund of FY 2025 NEP BIP with a contract duration of 120 calendar days. Okay, for the scope of works, for number 1, completion of Barangay Hall, El Salvador, New Corella. We have painting works, the outside walls, and also ceiling and gutter, and we have also gutter and flashings with downspout and storm drainage pipes and ceiling repairs. Nahanglan na to mag-replace og portion sa ceilings kay nga guba tungod sa sa tubig. Replacement of front windows, then replacement of lightings. Also, we have roof sealant. So this is our barangay hall dito, no? So amatong type siya. So wala din siya yung recognition plate. For number 2, completion of barangay hall at barangay Mesaoy, New Corella. We have repair of ceiling and roofing sealant, kitchen counter with canopy sa likod na portion, and tile works sa kitchen counters. We have signages and recognition plates also. And painting works sa outside and also sa ceiling nila. So, that would be our, sa Misaoy. Sa likod na portion na siya murag, magbutang tawag kitchen counters. So, number 3, completion of Barangay Hall at Barangay New Bohol, New Corella. We have painting works gihapon sa outside walls. We have, napot tayo new CR na sa gawas, pero connected gihapon siya sa Barangay Hall. Mo man i-request ni Kapitan dito. Kwanto ilang CR. Then, removal of existing nila nga CR na katong guba. We have also masonry works for the CR and signages and recognition plate. So, mauni ato ang Barangay Hall sa saan ni Dapit? New Bohol. Ana. So, kanang puti diha nga portion, mo na tong CR nga gubaon, lisdan lang. Then, for number 4, completion of Barangay Hall, Barangay New Cortes, New Corella. Painting works outside only, and additional canopy sa side. Okay, muna ilang request. So, pwede pa man siya sa budget. Okay ra. Then, signages and recognition plate. So, during nga side na portion, no, magpabutang siya o canopy. Kaya ang iyang front ug sa pikas na side na anay canopy. Sumpaya lang nato na para matuyok na siya. So, that's it. For number 5, completion of Barangay Hall at New Sambok, New Corella. So, this one is katong amatong type. Then, mag-repainting ka punta sa outside walls. We have also tile works, CR and kitchen, sa extension na siya nga portion nila. And gutters and flashing, you have sa extension gahapon ni ang signages lang. Wala lang ni siya recognition plate kay dili man ni kay congressman gud nga Barangay Hall. So this one. So ang extension niya is kanang sa right side. So i-repaint nato na. We have also repainting gahapon sa ato ang existing na Barangay Hall. And for number 6, completion of Barangay Hall at Barangay Limbaan, New Corella. So, we have painting works also, outside only, and tile works sa portion of the second floor and also front porch. So, mabutangan pag-tiles ang front porch and also signages, kana ilahang murag pangalan-pangalan sa taas, mausap to, then recognition plate. So, kana no, stainless steel na sa taas, di na siya paint. So, all project sites are existing barangay hall buildings, so most likely owned by the barangay. Then, so that's the project po, sir.
Okay. Any queries, clarifications, back members? Okay. So, thank you. Next product ID, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. For the contract ID of 25LC7046 with the contract name of Construction Completion of Multipurpose Building, Kapalong, Davao del Norte, with a brief description of construction completion of 4 multipurpose buildings with an ABC of 2,079,000. Source of fund is FY 2025 NEP. Then, with a contract duration of 100 calendar days. The scope of works of these projects are completion of multiple buildings for barangays. For the first barangay, which is the Barangay Florida Kapalong Gymnasium, our scope of work in this project is surface preparation and rubberized paint of the gymnasium and recognition plate. These are the JOTAG photos of the Barangay Florida Kapalong Gymnasium. Next po. For our second project na to is the Barangay Mabantaw, Kapalong Barangay Hall. And the scope of works na to dire kay repainting of masonry or concrete, exterior only. Then repair and repainting of ceiling, exterior only. Then repair or replacement of gutter. And these are the JOTAG photos po. Then next is the Barangay Semong, Kapalong Barangay Hall. And the scope of works is repainting of masonry or concrete exterior only, signage and logo, then with recognition plate. And these are the JOTAG photos po. Then the last barangay is the Barangay Swaon, Kapalong Barangay Hall. And the scope of work is repainting of masonry and or concrete exterior only, repair and repainting of ceiling, exterior and interior, then the placement of lights po. And these are the JOTAG photos. And these are the validation sheets of each project po. Then this is the sample of recognition plate. And that's all po. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Clarifications on that, members? None? So, that's all for contract IDs. Then, so, the requirements of bidding documents, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. The requirements of bidding documents, including invitation to bid, instruction to bidders, eligibility requirements, eligibility data sheet, bid data sheet, general conditions of contract, special conditions of contract, specifications, drawings, bill of quantities, and forms. The bidding documents were posted in the DPWH website and PhilJeps. Changes will be posted in the bid bulletin and notices. Documents to be submitted by the bidder, technical and financial proposals. Bids must be duly received by the back secretariat at this office for manual submission or at electronic bids _Davao del Norte at dpwh.gov.ph for electronic submission. Bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. For electronic submission, prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the prospective bidder shall send an email attaching the copy of the official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in portable document file or PDF. Only the electronic bids of bidders who have successfully submitted an electronic official receipt shall be accepted. Prospective bidders shall prepare their bids in 2 file folders, each for the technical and financial components. Only during the actual opening of bid shall the bidder disclose the password for his electronic bid. This can be done by the bidder's authorized representative, verbally in person, through phone call, online platforms, or through writing. For joint venture, the format of pickup ID to be used by the bidder in naming their files shall be the pickup ID of the lead member. The step-by-step detailed procedure of electronic submission is stipulated in the bidding documents Close 22 and the Department Order Number 87 Series of 2020. Also included in the Department Order are the steps for the modification of an electronic bid, non-participation in the bidding, withdrawal of electronic bid, and proper email subject, and the file name for each file to be submitted to designated email address. For the technical proposal, the basic eligibility requirement during the submission of bid is the PhilJeps, as per GPPB Resolution Number 15-2021 dated October 14, 2021, and Department Memorandum dated December 17, 2021. Effective January 1, 2022, the BAC shall require the submission of the updated PhilJeps Certificate of Platinum Registration and Membership. As per revised IRR of RA 9184, Section 8-5-2, for the purpose of updating the Certificate of Registration and Membership, all Class A eligibility documents mentioned in this section supporting the veracity, authenticity, and validity of the certificate shall remain current and updated. The failure by the prospective bidder to update its certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate until such time that all of the expired Class A eligibility documents has been updated. Please be reminded that submission of updated Class A documents in its bid to support the expired PhilJEP Certificate of Platinum registration and membership is no longer acceptable. The legal documents, the valid PCOB license and registration, statement of all ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, statement of single largest completed contract, similar to the contract to be bid at least 50% of the ABC, net financial contracting capacity, computation and statement of total assets and liabilities, mayor's permit or business permit, tax clearance, audited financial statement duly received by the BIR at least 2 years from bidding date, latest income tax and business tax returns, SEC for corporation, DTI for sole proprietorship, and CDA for cooperatives. For a corporation, there should be a Secretary Certificate Board resolution duly notarized indicating the authorized and designated signing official, joint venture agreement if applicable, which requires special PCOB license and registration with percentage of the two contractors. The bid security in prescribed form, amount, and validity period. The contractor can choose among the applicable forms of bid security, which the duration is 120 calendar days as per RA 9184. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security in an amount not less than the required percentage of the ABC in accordance with the following schedule. Cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, which is 2%. Bank draft or guarantee or revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, which is 2%. Surety bond, bid securing declaration. Any discrepancy in the amount, even a centavo, means non-compliant. If the validity exceeds 120 calendar days, the contractor should renew and submit a new bid securing declaration, considering that all legal, technical, and financial documents should still be valid during award. Project requirements. The bidder should attach the organizational chart for the contract to be bid, including the list of contractors' key personnel. See Clause 10-4 bid data sheet to be assigned to the contract. As per Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012, if a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded a contract, and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded a contract under bidding. The said certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Pursuant to Department Order Number 148, Series of 2024, the full implementation and assigning only qualified and competent project engineers of the contractors and consultants in the implementation of DPWH projects shall take effect immediately, whereby the said accredited project engineers are subject to the following limits of assignments. Provisional project engineer is limited to 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 100 million, but with an aggregate cost of 500 million. Project engineer 1 is limited to 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 150 million, but with an aggregate cost of 1 billion. and Project Engineer 2 is limited to 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, but with an aggregate cost of 1.5 billion. It is further emphasized in the said issuance that all registered and licensed civil engineers of the contractors and consultants, including foreigners who are assigned as project engineers to DPWH implemented projects, may apply for accreditation and must pass the given accreditation examination. All government engineers are prohibited from applying for the accreditation while still employed by the government, including those under the NGAs, SUCs, GOCCs, LGUs, GFIs, and other governmental organizations. The list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership, or lease or purchase, and certification of availability of equipment from lessor or vendor for project duration. See Clause 10-5 BDS. As per Department Order Number 58 Series of 2012, all prospective bidders are mandated to state in their bid documents a complete technical description of their pledged equipment, whether owned or leased, such as but not limited to the engine number, year, model, chassis number, plate number, production capacity, and load capacity. In addition, the prospective bidder should also be required to state in their bid documents the particular place or site where the equipment are located, as provided for under Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012. If any piece of equipment is not in the location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. As per Department Order Number 58, Series of 2012, failure of a prospective bidder to comply with the said requirement shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security. Certification of minimum laboratory equipment duly certified by any DPWH office as per Department Order Number 11, Series of 2017. The use of the omnibus sworn statement in the form prescribed by GPPB as per Department Memorandum Circular Number 85, Series of 2020, and GPPB Resolution Number 16-2020-10 items. The affidavit of site inspection. For the financial proposal, the bid form, bid prices in the bill of quantities, detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in the coming up with the bid. Quarterly or monthly cash flow and payment schedule. Failure to attach any requirement or any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient documents in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid and will fall as non-compliant. All documents to be submitted must be current and updated. Otherwise, it will be rated as failed. Bidders shall submit 2 original copies, 1 copy, 1 certified true copies of technical and financial components of the bid. The original copy of the bid shall be typed or written in ink and limited to 2 decimal places in amount and shall be signed by the duly authorized representative. The back and strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders under Department Order Number 127 dated August 16, 2018. The technical and financial proposal must be in A4 size. Further, the authorized liaison officer will be the one to drop the bids. Bids submitted through courier will not be accepted. The bidders are also advised to be responsible on their bid, submitted in accordance to the checklist, and their technical and financial proposal should have proper tabbing in words, based on the order in the checklist, including proper sequencing of documents in chronological order. Further, bidders are advised not to recycle legal documents or documents attached in the previous submission of bids, which have the signatures and countersigns of the bank members. With regards to the joint venture, whatever guidelines complied by one bidder should also be complied by the other bidder. Bidders with lowest bids during the opening of bid is not a guarantee to be awarded for the contract. All bid documents are so subject to detailed bid evaluation and post-qualification prior to be declared as the lowest calculated responsive bid and subsequently to be awarded for the contract.
Criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, deliberation recommending award and award. After determining the names of the bidders that submitted bids for the contract at hand, the BAC, assisted by its BAC Secretariat, shall check if its bidder that submitted bids is eligible to bid for the contract being procured. This shall be done electronically using the DPWH CWR. The BAC Secretariat shall enter into the CWR the pickup license number and order name of the bidder. The CWR program will then electronically process and match the bidder's capability or eligibility data in the CWR. The computer program will automatically determine if the bidder meets the following eligibility requirements. First, the cost of the bidder's SLCC is at least 50% of the ABC of the project to be procured. And second, the bidder's NFCC is at least equal to ABC of the project to be procured. The program will also automatically generate the results of the eligibility use form DPWH INFR 29. The reasons for eligibility will also be automatically shown in the notices of ineligibility. BAC will ascertain based on the checklist of the required documents to be submitted using pass or fail criterion during the preliminary and later bid evaluation. In addition, after the opening of the bids, as per 2016 revised permitting rules and regulations under section 32.2, the BAC will conduct a detailed bid evaluation of all the bids using non-discretionary criteria wherein it requires the completeness of the bid. The same will be applied to detailed checking or evaluation of technical proposal. Then the bidder rated as the lowest calculated bid will undergo post-qualification. Once post-qualified, the bidder will be determined as lowest calculated responsive bid and subsequently to be awarded for the contract. For the post-qualification, the bidders were advised to read Department Order Number 127, Series of 2018, and other issuances relative to this matter since the BAC will be very keen and strict on the conduct of post-qualification process. As per the said department order, the contractor will not be awarded with a certain project if it has a negative slippage of at least 15% in a single contract or at least 10% in 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 days and to complete them within 30 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies, or failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance within 30 days and to complete the works within 90 days after receipt of procuring entity's notice of defects and failures, or substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or unsatisfactory performance of the contract's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection, or liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor. During post-qualification, even though the contractor is the lowest bidder, still it is subject for further verification to ensure the compliance of the requirements of the contract. With that, we will be sending you a letter being the lowest calculated responsive bid. Moreover, the qualification and experience of the key technical personnel is subject for verification as part of the post-qualification process as per Department Order Number 127, Series of 2018. The BAC, with the assistance of the equipment verification team, will be strict on the compliance of the equipment as part of the post-qualification as per Department Order Number 127, Series of 2018. The equipment verification team will conduct an inspection and verification of the equipment pledged by the bidder, including other documents to be evaluated. For the balanced and unbalanced bids, during the evaluation of the bids, the BAC TWG shall take note on any unbalanced bids on early works and other items for unit price contracts. Unbalanced bids are defined as those where the total bid price for a major pay item is more than 50% of the corresponding cost of that pay item in the ABC. A major pay item is defined as that whose cost in the ABC is 20% or more of the total ABC. If there is no such pay item, then the major pay items are defined as the 2 pay items in the ABC with the highest total cost. Unbalanced bids also include those with a minor pay item whose cost in the ABC is more than 5% of the total ABC and where the corresponding bid price for that pay item is more than 100% of the ABC for that item. For unbalanced bids, during the implementation of the contract works, the payment for this major and minor pay item shall be made initially at the unit prices in the ABC, and the remainder, contract unit price minus ABC unit price for a major pay item, shall be paid when the work under the major pay item is completed.
Okay, thank you, Sir Jess. Mr. Ian, are there any comments from our viewers?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Chair. There are 12 views two concurrent viewers, including Attorney John Dick Macatol, and there is no comment, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Baksag, any other matters to be discussed?
Mr. Chair, we would like to inform our bidders that invitation to bid under 2024-017 is to be awarded because it is under the program fund. However, the invitation to bid under 2025-008 or the four projects, 25 LC 0036, 25 LC 0037, 25 LC 0042, and 25 LC 0046 is under the EPA or the Early Procurement Activities. So we would like to inform our bidders that we have these guidelines on early procurement activities which shall be applied to departments, bureaus, offices, and agencies of the national government, including state universities, colleges, government-owned and controlled corporations, government financial institutions, and local government units. These guidelines of the EPA shall cover all types of procurement for goods, infrastructure projects, and consulting services funded out or by the General Appropriation Act or the GAA. The procuring entity shall complete all the appropriate preparatory activities, such as but not limited to cost-benefit analysis, feasibility studies, market research, and detailed engineering designs, regulatory clearances, and right-of-way acquisitions for civil works projects prior to the approval of the indicative annual procurement plan. The early procurement activity shall refer to the conduct of procurement activities from posting of the procurement opportunity if required until recommendation of the Bids and Awards Committee to the hope as to the award of the contract for goods to be delivered, infrastructure projects to be implemented, and consulting services to be rendered in the following fiscal year pending approval of their respective funding sources. The award of contract for procurement project undertaken through EPA may be made only upon approval and effectivity of the respective funding sources, to wit is the General Appropriation Act. The procuring entity may request the bidders to extend the validity of their bid securities beyond 120 calendar days prior to their expiration, if the funding source for the procurement project has yet to be approved and made effective. A change in the form of the bid security is allowed if this is made prior to the expiration of the bid validity sought to be extended. If the bidder refuses to extend the bid validity, the procuring entity shall reject the bid submitted by the said bidder. As soon as the funding source for the procurement project has been approved, regardless of the stage of the EPA, the indicative annual procurement plan shall be revised and approved in accordance with Section 7-2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Upon approval of the annual procurement plan and the commencement of the running of the period to award the contract and complete the procurement process, the hope may approve or disapprove the recommendation of the BAC. In case of approval, the hope shall issue the notice of award to the lowest calculated responsive bid or highest rated responsive bid as the case may be, and thereafter sign the contract. In case of disapproval, the hope shall notify the BAC and the bidder in writing of such decision and the grounds thereof, which shall be any of the grounds provided for under Section 41 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Notwithstanding the mandatory procurement timelines provided in Section 37 of RA number 9184, procurement projects undertaken through EPA may be awarded upon approval and effectivity of the General Appropriation Act. If the amount authorized for a procurement project has been reduced, the procuring entity may still make an award if the contract price to be awarded is within the amount authorized in DGAA. The Hope shall not award any procurement project if the amount therefore has been withdrawn or in the event the amount authorized in the General Appropriation Act. In all instances, the Hope has the authority to exercise the reservation clause under Section 41 of RA number 9184, which grants the Hope the right not to award the contract if for any justifiable and reasonable ground the award of the contract will not redound to the benefit of the government. Notwithstanding the approval and effectivity of the General Appropriation Act, the procuring entity shall not award contract for procurement projects requiring special allotment release order or sub-allotment release order until the same has been issued, secured, or released. For the given scope of work in the contract as awarded, all bid prices shall be considered as fixed prices and therefore not subject to price adjustment and escalation during contract implementation, except under extraordinary circumstances and upon prior approval of the GPPB or when a treaty or international or executive agreement expressly allows it pursuant to Section 4 or as stated in Rule 19, Contract Prices and Warranties of this IRR. Validity of the eligibility requirements prior to the award of contract is required. Also, we would like to inform our bidders that pursuant to Department Order number 28 series of 2024, there is the 3-strike policy in procurement of infrastructure, goods, and consulting services. So there are classification of offenses that triggers the 3-strike policy and exceptions. Number 1, withdrawal from the bidding process, submission of a non-participation letter, or failure to submit a bid after purchasing the bid documents. Number 2 is submission of late bids without valid reasons as determined by the BAC, and the submission of patently insufficient bid. So if a bidder commits any of the 3 major offenses or acts listed above 3 times within a year, starting from the approval date of the resolution recommending the imposition of strike 1 first warning, which is counted as day 1 through day 365, and if these 3 offenses are of a similar or identical nature, it will trigger the enforcement of the stipulated administrative penalty, suspension from participating in all DPWH procurement activities, and entering into contract with any DPWH procuring entity. Subsequently, as per the procedure outlined, this may result in the blacklisting of the suspended bidder, thereby disqualifying the bidder from participating in any government procurement activities for a period of 1 year. In conjunction with blacklisting, the bidder will also face with bid security forfeiture and must comply with the enforcement of the bid securing declarations conditions. For our bidder, it is reminded that in compliance with Section 17 of the Department of Labor and Employment, Department Order number 13, the implementation of construction safety shall be considered in all stages of project procurement, from design, estimate, and construction, and its cost shall be integrated to the overall project cost under pay item B-7 to Occupational Safety and Health Program as a lump sum amount to be quantified in the detailed estimate. Any interlineations, erasures, alteration, or overwriting shall be valid only if they are signed or initialed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. The notices to participating bidders shall be in writing and will be sent through its PhilJEP's registered physical address or official email address. In case the notice for non-compliance and notice for post-disqualification is sent via email, it shall be considered as received by the bidder on the date and time the email was sent, whether or not the bidder acknowledged the said email. It shall be the participating bidder's responsibility to check his or her email for the purpose. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Irish. Baksek, please summarize the summary of proceedings, including the supplemental bid bulletins to be issued.
Yes, Mr. Chair. For the summary of this proceeding, we have two invitation to bid. Number one, invitation to bid number 2024-017. We have only one contract, ID 24LC0100. There is a change in a source of fund, Mr. Chair, from FY 2024 GAA to FY 2024 unprogrammed funds. There will be a possible issuance of supplemental bulletin, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
For number two, invitation to bid number 2025-008, we have four contract IDs, 25LC0036. There is a change in brief description from construction completion of 10 multipurpose buildings to construction completion of 11 multipurpose buildings. There will be an issuance of supplemental bulletin, Mr. Chair. For number 2, 25LC0037, no changes. For 25LC0042, no changes. 25LC0046, all of these, no changes, Mr. Chair, and all of these two invitation to bid, the opening of bids will be on December 19 at 10 a.m. Reminder for the prospective bidders, contractors are not allowed to follow up their bids during evaluation period until the issuance of notice of award, unless the back in writing request for clarification of its bids. The no contract rule will be strictly observed. Whatever is submitted during the drafting of bids will be evaluated. Submission of blocking or another document is not allowed. Closely check and monitor the DPWH website and PhilJEPs for information and guidance regarding the bid bulletin if there are amendments to the bidding documents of these projects and other notices, example, postponement and re-advertisement. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. So, any other matters for discussion? If none, any move for adjournment?
I move for the adjournment of this proceeding.
Okay. Adjournment has been moved and duly seconded. Therefore, this proceeding is now adjourned.